Welcome to the show.
Right in the
Coffee
morning,
with Nikkie.
right
In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way.
right in the morning.
Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Coffee with
Wake
Nikkie.
up everybody in the morning, wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie, oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning, wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this amazing morning? Now, I am I'm going to chat GPT this really fast, but let me share something with y'all. I was on the tickety talkada. I was on there yesterday and I was watching this like music challenge. And in the challenge, I was like, oh, okay, because there's this guy called this guy I like named Chris Collins, and he was in this competition. And I was like, oh, let me see what's going on. So Chris Collins, let me tell y'all something. He is like Prince. Like seriously, legit Prince. He a little light-skinned young kid. I think he's from DC. I think he said he's from DC, and he plays all the instruments. He sounds like Prince. His music sounds like Prince. You know, he's a writer and composer, right? All that stuff, right? So I was watching last night, and he sang his behind off like normal. He's actually he was actually featured in the Purple Rain. They did a musical, and he was featured as the kid, and that was perfect because his style is similar, right? So I say all that to say, I was watching on TikTok and I wanted to give him some, when you give the people the little coins and stuff like that. So I wanted to give him that so he could, support him so he could win. So I was trying to give him some coins or whatever those hearts or puff me's or whatever those things are. I was trying to give him some, and guess what popped up on my screen? Now we already know. Have y'all seen the new terms and conditions to TikTok? Let me know in the chat. Excuse me. Have you seen the new terms and conditions to the new TikTok? Let me know. The US TikTok. Let me know. Now, I did not go into a deep dive. I did listen to a lawyer explain them and talk about, what that means for us. I did not really do the deep dive. Before I got on, I was like, let me chat GPT this real quick and see, get me the cliff notes and see what does that mean for us. But when I tell you, I went on and I did try to give him some coins, and it said, you have to put in your tax return. Did y'all hear me? You got to put your tax return into to TikTok. And then it says you have to report it on your tax return. It says something like that. And then it said, if you give more than 600, I don't know if it's 600 coins or $600. I don't remember what it was, but it says something to that effect that you're going to have to start reporting it. I said, from a freaking app? You got to be out your mind. You got to be out of your mind. And so that made me think, so I was like, okay, so now they got these whole new terms and conditions. It makes me think like, because the president was the one. Now I got a whole lot of conspiracy theories going on in my head, and I have a lot of things that may not come out the way it is in my head, right? So the president was adamant about US owning TikTok, right? Because it was for our protection, which is lies, because we already know they don't even think about protecting us. We're the last on the list when they think about protection. Their protection is for them and not for us. And it's not about skin, it's about class, right? So it's not for us, right? And so I was like, that don't sound right. So since he was so adamant about selling it to a US person because it needs to be ours, because we need to be able to control and manipulate our people. We need to be able to be ahead of the curve and see what they're thinking, doing, and whatever, ever. We need to own it. And so they bullied ByteDance out of TikTok so that they could own it. My opinions, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's my opinions. So bullied ByteDance out of TikTok, and so now they own it. So now there's all these things going on, and now we see ICE going crazy all over the place. And now they're saying that they want your location. Not that they didn't know it before, but now they want you gotta put your status up there. You got to put your status, if your sexual preferences. They also want to know your location. What else do they want to know? There's some other stuff that they want to know. Let me pull it up for y'all so I can tell y'all what exactly. And so I was like, now you know that there's a lot of people on TikTok. You see some of everybody from some of everywhere on TikTok. Now if they happen to see them and they're in the United States and they are not citizens, are they going to send ICE down on them? Like, this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. And I'm like, I know y'all I was gonna ask y'all on TikTok, and y'all be like, that's the reason why I'm not on it. That ain't the reason why you're not on it. But it's getting crazy over there in TikTok land. The things that they want over there in TikTok land is getting a little crazy. So let me pull it up real fast and let me see what they said. But anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I done went down the rabbit hole, and I done when my tinfoil hat starts singing and pinging, I gotta start talking. So anyway, y'all, welcome to Coffee with Nikki. I am your host, Miss Nikki, and this is your daily cup of information and inspiration. And so, how many of y'all are on TikTok? Put it in the chat. How many of y'all are on TikTok? Let me know in the chat. It was a money move. People were making too much money on TikTok and they can't control it. They cannot control the money. That is absolutely true. How many millionaires were created because they had put their billions. They put their business on TikTok and it was soaring. That model, and okay. My too much going on in my head. They were making too much money on TikTok, right? And so Gary V was talking to somebody this morning, and I love me some Gary V. I need to meet Gary V. When I meet him, we're going to come back to this video and say that I met him. But Gary V was saying something. He was like, China was already ahead of us, light years ahead of us with that whole live sale marketing, right? They was already ahead of us with that live sale model, right? Already light years ahead of us, right? We're just catching up to the live sales, right? And so there was this girl, she made $8 million, I think, in an hour off of live selling in China. I think it was China, but she made $8 million. So again, they were already ahead of us. So the algorithm and the platform and the way that they had positioned TikTok to be, that's what they were going for, right? And so people were making way too much money on it, and then so they couldn't control it. Right? So they didn't have access to the data, as far as I know, right? United States did not have access to the data. They were saying, oh, China got your data. Oh, you don't want China to have your data? Let us have your data. Let us manipulate you better. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? So I say all of that to say, when I seen that, the tax returns and you have to report that, I was like, yeah, they losing their minds. They losing their minds over there. So let me see. No TikTok for me. It was purchased by a political backer of the current administration. Period. Oh, I see that too. Knowing someone's location and whatnot. Yes. So okay, thank you, Chantel, because you brought me back. Knowing somebody's location because they're doing TikToks, and they could be a lot of people. It's so much I want to say about TikTok. A lot of people are making videos and lifestyle videos, or they may just be making videos. You know, there's a lot of people that be making videos, the food trucks, and they be making the videos. They be out there. I was hanging out in LA when I first went to LA, and one of my friends was like, you got to try this thing. And it was a hot dog or sausage wrapped in bacon. And it was like, you got to try it. These are so good. And you got to get it from the street vendor and da, 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 da. So we did that, and I had that. And so there's a lot of people on TikTok doing those things. I don't know if they're citizens or not, right? But now, are you going to be cutting into their way to take care of their families because they can't be on TikTok because you might send ICE down on them? Like, that is ridiculous. Yes, people should be here legally, and yes, it we should figure out a better way to do this, but I don't think this is the way. I don't think this is the way. I don't think you doing the way that things are happening right now. I don't think that's the way. I don't think it's the way. I don't think it's the way. So now, are you now affecting them? So they can't go out because now you're watching them. So they can't go out to sell their product, right? So maybe they'll find somewhere else, but they have thousands and thousands and thousands of people that watch them. And now whatever checks they were getting, now they no longer get these checks because now they got to worry about if ICE is going to locate them, because now in order for them to be on TikTok, now they have to agree to these terms and conditions. And if they agree to these terms and conditions, they kind of like just wrote themselves off. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's absolutely insane. So let me read to y'all what I have here in my search. Yes, those hot dogs were so good. I was like, oh my gosh. And I don't like to eat from street vendors. I'm from New York and we don't eat hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs from off the trucks. I don't. And even though we got the best hot dogs in the city, I do not eat hot dogs from the trucks. And I was like, but I tried it and oh my gosh, it was so good. So good, so good, so good. All right. So let me say hi to everybody in the room, and then we're gonna go down my rabbit hole. Y'all ready? Y'all want to go down my rabbit hole? That sounds crazy, right? Do y'all want to go down the rabbit hole with me with this TikTok thing? I have my case study notes and everything for the Beyonce and Rihanna, because that's where I was going. But when I seen what was happening what happened last night, and then again what I was listening to this morning, I was like, oh, I want to talk about that. And I don't want y'all to say this is the reason. Again, I don't want y'all to say this is the reason why you ain't on TikTok, because you ain't on TikTok because you ain't on TikTok. Don't That's not the excuse. Because long before this new policy came into play, you still wasn't on it. So that's not the reason. But I'm just saying, it's a heads up. Okay, it's a heads up. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? And how's baby Mariah with her beautiful self? Baby Mariah. We go back like, hey, Damien. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Damien said, good morning, creative spirits. Good morning, Damien. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning, Sheila from VA. Sheila from VA said, good morning, everyone, on this thankful Thursday. Yes, Lord, thank you for one more day, for the blessings, the mercy, and the abundant grace you continue to pour into our lives and businesses. I love that. I touch and agree. Yes, yes, and yes. Love that. Thank you so much, Sheila from VA. Good morning, Martini. Martina Bine. How are you doing this amazing morning? Martini said good morning. I seen them. Let me tell you. Okay, so I caught up to this. No TikTok for me. Yep. I am, but I hardly ever go on there. Listen, I'm sitting here debating. I'm like, do I want the first time when TikTok was going in and out and in and out, and it was all this stuff going on with TikTok, I was like, I'm gonna just take myself off, and I did, right, and I didn't go on it. But now I'm like, but I gotta. Just like with any other platform, this is an eye opener for anything, right? This is an eye opener for anything, everything, right? Because no matter what platform, whatever social media platform you're on, you don't own it. So at any time they have the right to make any changes that they feel is necessary for their company, they can do that. So if they want to change everything up and they want to be staring at you and spying on you in your soul, they can, because that's what you agreed to, right? You gave them permission. Anytime the devil wants to do something, guess what you gotta do? Gotta ask God. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking, but I'm not joking, but I'm serious. Okay, just think about it. So they have to ask permission. So they're going to change things up. And so the whole thing of all of this is to make sure that on any social media platform that you are getting your customers or your viewers or your followers, whatever you want to call them, you are getting their information so that you can be able to not control, but you'll be able to contact them in an event that something like this happens and you want to take yourself off a platform. You will still be able to communicate with your your followers, your customers, your audience. Yes. So we have to think, and I need everybody, and I need to be here too. We need to think, we need to, every time we're talking, we need to be driving them to our email list. And even our email list isn't secure. So maybe you want to back that up and put that like on a spreadsheet or something like that, so that you'll be able to communicate with your audience should something like this happen, or you don't agree with it and you're like, I want to make a stand and I don't want to be here anymore. But this is what complicates things and what muddies waters, right? Because you know that, okay, I don't agree with this. It goes against everything that I believe in, all my morals, all my values. I don't want to support this at all, right? And so you don't want to support it, but your customers, let's say this is your bread and butter here. This platform is your bread and butter. You're not going to cut your nose off to spite your face, right? Because you're like, I still got to make money. Yes, I don't agree with it, but I also got to make money. I got to feed my family. Do I take a stand or do I starve? And then you sitting here trying to weigh out your options, right? And so I say all of that to say, make sure that you're taking your viewers and everything and taking them off the platform, right? This is not something new. People have been saying this for a very long time, since social media came about. Take your customers and take them off the platform. So once you see you getting the views and stuff, make sure they following, or make sure they signing up for your newsletter or something like that, because you got to be able to communicate with them should something happen, or should they even just drop out. Sometimes Instagram don't work and it just be it be down for the day, right? Sometimes Instagram don't work and it just be down for the day. Then what? Everybody was losing their minds when Instagram was down for the day. Everybody on Facebook talk about, is Instagram down? Everybody talk about, is Instagram down? Yes, it's down. Now what? People lost their mind. They were losing their mind. So I say all of that to say, make sure you are moving your people off the platform and into your email list, onto your email list. Y'all heard me? This is not even a game. Like, seriously, legitly, if you're going to do this, you need to take the people off the platform and into your email list. If y'all agree, say agree in the chat. If you agree, say agree in the chat, please and thank you. This country was built on greed and power, period. And it's disgusting. And it's disgusting, but it's how it is. That's how it is. Hey, Emilio is in the building. Enrique. Wait, is that? Yes, that is Emilio. It says Emiliez. Okay. TikTok is good for marketing. You can pay for your content to reach further. TikTok is amazing. TikTok is amazing. Like I said, people are making millions of dollars on TikTok there's people that are doing faceless content. There are people that are just selling products from, they're doing, what do you call that? They're doing a commission-based businesses, and they selling clothes. They getting on there. They just trying on clothes. People buying the clothes. Like, there are people really doing their thing out there. They don't want that because they can't control you that way. Because once you have money and you have freedom, they can't manipulate you the way that they want to. Sorry, my son just texted me. Come on, Mama. Don't be. Wait, what? Sorry, y'all. My son is stupid. Serving everybody. That's what he said. I was like, what is he talking about? All right. So let me see. We little guys get treated like playing pieces. Yep, on a board game. When we get too close to the goal, they catapult our playing piece back to start. They sure do. They sure do. They sure do. We are disposable to them. We are disposable. And so they are going to make, oh, you got too close. Oh, let me make sure that you know where your place. Let me make sure you know your place. That's what they do all the time. Let me make sure you know your place. You are not stomping with the big dogs. You are not rocking with the big dogs. You make sure you stay down there, peasant. Stay down there, peasant. You can't see what's going on up here because it ain't for you to see. But once they get up there, they're going to try to make sure that they snatch it. And we see this with everything and everybody. We see this in sports. We see this in TV. We see this with any celebrity. We see this all the time. Once somebody gets something and they start seeing a little bit of something, they got to make sure that they humble them. Y'all feel me? All right, let's see. Come on, Nikki. No dirty water hot dogs for you. Nope. 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 You better tell them, Amelia, I'm not eating those hot dogs. Not out of that dirty water. Nope. 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 And they dirty here. No, no. I don't even remember in my life. I probably had maybe I could say a handful. And I'm from the Bronx. Like I think I had a handful of those hot dogs. And I think, matter of fact, I don't even remember ever eating one of those hot dogs from off the street. But listen, mm-mm, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do those dirty water dogs. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. What's on it? Didn't like it, came off of it. I hear you. I hear you. I deleted TikTok in December. Listen, there is a lot of stuff going on. Is a lot of stuff going on. Do any of us really read all of the use agreements on anything we sign up for? I'm guilty of not doing it. No, we don't. And that is why they're always in our phone. That is why they know exactly what we're doing. That's why they know exactly what we're saying. Even my thing on my phone, it be picking up and I'm not even talking to it, but it ends up talking to me. And I'm like, so if you could pick up certain things that I'm saying, that means you're recording certain things that I'm saying. And if you're recording certain things that I'm saying, that means that you can't cut off. That means that you're always running. These are the things we give up our rights, we give up our freedoms because we want to use certain things. I remember somebody saying we give up our freedom when we want to use a smartphone, which is absolutely true, because on any apps you're giving your driver's license, on any apps you're giving all of your information, you're giving picture ID, you know what I'm saying, like you're doing these things to be on this app, and then while you're doing that thinking I just want to be on the app and I'm just scrolling and I'm just, we think it's, free fun, whatever. And while we're doing that, this is what they're doing to manipulate the public. Right? Melissa says your email list is the only thing you can control. All you have to do is export your email list and you have it. Tell them, Melissa. Tell them, Melissa. So even if let's say, because I'm like, Nikki, all of social media platforms, if they go out, then what about if the email platform go out? The email platform may. But the thing about that is that, like Melissa said, you could export your list. And if you do it periodically, you'll be updated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's absolutely insane. Hello, Igniting Heart Ministries. Welcome, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing this amazing morning? Let's see. They want us to remain sheep. Yep. And then once you start getting an idea, once you start seeing how much power you actually have, because as people, we have no idea the power that we have. As believers, we have no idea how much power we have. We think that somebody else is controlling something more than we can. And we have the ability to do more. It's just that they seem like the big powers that be, and we seem like the little people that can't protect ourselves, which is a lie, because it's more of us than it is of them, and we can control that. But I don't want to incite nothing. I'm just saying it's the thought process. This is what they've been doing for a very long time. For centuries, they've been doing that. Okay. You win the battle in their mind. You win the battle in their mind. You make them think that they're small, and guess what? They're going to believe it. If you say it enough, then they're going to believe it. If you show them enough and you show them that you have the authority all of the time, guess what? They're going to shrink and they're going to be fearful and they're going to move in fear. Why do you think that they're always inciting fear whenever something is happening? Because they know they can control you when they think that you're scared, because people scared do anything. Listen, Emilio said this is why we have to reach back. Listen, you got to let your people know you got power. You got power. But let me tell y'all what I read. Well, I didn't read it. We're gonna read it together. Here's what's actually changing with TikTok policies in 2026, including some of the most concerning and talked about updates that are alarming users, creators, and privacy advocates right now. Now, I think it was Michi who sent me a video yesterday saying that a lot of the big creators are now leaving TikTok because it's affecting their money and also is affecting their visibility. So a lot of the times, especially if they're politically, if they have the, they're in the political reign, they are they are concealing their videos, they're hiding their videos, and they're not they can't find them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's messing with the views, it's messing up again with their visibility, and it's messing with the news getting out there. So it was supposed to be a free speech platform, but they're cutting down on that free speech. The free speech ain't so free. Okay? Your free speech ain't so free, and it never really was. Okay? It's only free speech when they want to say some racist, hypocritical, da 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 da. That's only when free speech is free speech, when they want to do that. But when it's free speech, when the people need to speak, shut that down. Shut that down. 1984, yes. Alex Jones used to say that all the time. About that movie. 1984. Was it 1984 the movie? I think. Was it the movie? I don't know. It was a movie, but I'm not sure if it's 1984. But let me tell y'all right now. So it expanded data collection and privacy changes. TikTok's updated privacy policy lets the app collect more detailed personal data. I'm on this app because I want to sell products. Why do you need my personal data? I'm on this app because I'm just trying to be an influencer. I just want to be an influencer. I want to be out here just showing people how to do makeup or showing people how to do something. Why do you need all of my personal data for this app? Okay. They want your precise GPS location. Insane, right? Your precise GPS location. If you allow location services just beyond the IP based approximate data. So this is what they want. Tracking of interactions with TikTok's AI tool. So every prompt and generated output. Yes, that is the movie. Yes, it is. Okay, thank you so much, Sheila from VA. Data used not just inside TikTok, but across ads and partner networks. So now, what are the partner networks with TikTok? If somebody can tell me that, let me know in the chat. Okay, so they want precise GPS location. So not only do they want your general location, they want to know exactly where you are. For what? For what? They may say, oh, that's for crime. Let the police handle crime. Your job is social media. Let the police handle crime. And why would they want to know something like that? Because is this a police app? This I probably am going to private this video, y'all, so it probably won't be available for replay. Tracking of interactions with TikTok's AI tools. That's what I said. I'm just read it again. Data used not just inside TikTok, but across its ads and partner networks. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? These raise concerns about how widely your data could be used or shared. Okay. Number 2, new ownership and policy shifts. TikTok's U.S. operations were sold to a U.S.-led group, Oracle and investors, and now run under TikTok USDS Joint Venture LLC. This means that changes to terms of service and changes to terms of service and privacy rules to reflect new governance. A transition away from ByteDance, because they made us scared of China, control. Users worry this could affect content moderation, algorithm behavior, and long-term platform direction. Y'all with me so far? Is this boring, y'all? Let me know. Is this informative or is it boring, y'all? Let me know. Informative or boring? And if you say boring, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Let's start there. Let's just start there. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you say it's boring. All right. Number 3, controversial terms and user reactions. A lot of users are labeling the new terms as alarming because the policy explicitly mentions collection of sensitive categories like gender identity, immigration status, and religious beliefs, even if it's mainly clarifying how TikTok already handles some of this information. Now, as we can see, if there wasn't a big thing with ICE and all these, religious wars and things like that, if there wasn't a thing for that, then maybe you could be like, oh, okay, I could maybe understand. But why do you need to know somebody's if they're immigrant or not? Why do you need to know if what their gender is? I mean, what their sexual identity is? Like, what do you need to know that for? What do you need to know that for? And some of us, and I have been guilty of it, y'all want to proudly wave a flag and say, this is where you're from. And listen, they're using that against you. They're using it against you. Oh, I'm a proud this, I'm a proud that. And we want to be proud people, and we should be proud people, but not when they're trying to attack us and use it against us. Let me know if y'all feel me in the chat. Please let me know if y'all feel me in the chat. Because I could be going far, but let me know if I'm going too far here. Let me know. Good morning, Kay, the manager. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning. Happy Thursday. What I miss, girl? We talking about the new TikTok policies. We talking about the new TikTok policies. Thank you so much. Please hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like button. CBS News reports TikTok may collect racial, ethnic origin, national origin, religious beliefs, mental health diagnosis. Why? Mental health diagnosis, sexual life, sexual orientation, status as transgender, citizenship, also immigration status, financial information. Remember, I told y'all I was trying to give coins, the little gifts, to one of the singers, and it told me that I need to report this on my tax return. It popped up on the screen that I need to report this on my tax return. And do I agree or whatever? That's what came up on TikTok. Why? This is a social media app. Government issue ID numbers such as driver's license. Yep. This is what I was saying. All right, so some reports claim content suppression has increased. Remember, I told you, I think Big Meech sent me a video. I think it was her. Yeah, it was. It had to be her. It was her. She sent me a video, and one of the content creators did a kind of like a documentary talking to bigger creators, saying why they are no longer on the platform or what was happening with their content and where their content was going, and that they was posting content and it wasn't hitting, like they would get low numbers. And so we realize now when we go on TikTok, we are getting hit with all of these restrictions every time. And we don't know exactly what it is that we're saying. Like sometimes they said, oh, well, you're moving people off the platform. Okay, but when I'm not moving people off the platform, what exactly did I say that caused me to get a restriction? Right? And so everything, like anything that you say that they don't agree with, it gives you a freaking restriction. By the time I'm done with a live on TikTok, I done had 3 restrictions. So the first couple of times I'm like, okay, it must have been because I said go to my website and order. I'm like, okay. So then when I say go to my link in bio, that was another one. And then it was something else. And I'm like, I don't even know what I said at this point. At this point, why did you give me a restriction? I'm about to delete TikTok. I don't have time for all of that. Listen, they want you to jump through hoops, and they want to control and manipulate you. And if they control and manipulate your money, guess what? They control you. Because now you're going to do anything that you got to do to feed your family. Because now you're scraping around looking for other ways to make it happen. Kay said haters. All right. So some reports claim content suppression has increased certain political or sensitive topics. Backlash has led to spikes in uninstall rates and users debating whether to keep using the app. Now, let me just tell y'all this. If you have TikTok, if you have it, this is what I heard that you should do. Turn your phone on airplane mode, I guess, so it doesn't have access to your data in different apps and everywhere else. Turn it to airplane mode and then delete the app. Okay? Turn it to airplane mode and then delete the app. That's the information that I heard. If AI is the one doing the filtering, does that mean you can get a strike for a joke? Yep. Yep. All right, technical issues and policy timing. The timing of the timing of policy changes with ownership coincided with major outages affecting posting, fees, and views. The timing of policy changes with ownership transition coincided with major outages affecting posting, feeds, and views. Now we already know they don't want us to know a lot about what's going on, and people in certain areas was giving us information about what's going on in certain parts of the world. Imagine they can't get that information out to us, right? Reports of suppressed content in certain topics, around certain topics. This has fueled concerns about whether the policy and technical shifts are intentional or responsible. Um, they want us relying on them. That's how they always do. That's how they always do. Broader broader creator and compliance rules. Beyond policy, newer TikTok rules rolled out around 2025, 2026 also included stronger commercial content disclosures. Branded or promo videos now require clear labels or risk reduced reach. So you have to make sure that you let the people know. There ain't nothing wrong with that part. If you're doing a brand promo, there's nothing wrong with that, because a lot of the times people lie about the things that you are, about the product. And so if you say, hey, I'm being paid by the brand to do this, then that's understandable. But I'm also thinking, if I'm thinking like my tinfoil hat is, if I'm telling you that it's a branded promo and I'm being paid for this promo, now you count in my pockets. So now you're trying to see if the tax return match up to these branded promos, and how much did these branded promos ask for, and if that's on the tax return. Okay. Um, Stricter live stream rules. We just spoke about that, right? Around age and eligibility. Um, AI generated content labeling to prevent misleading deepfakes. That's understandable, because did y'all see the video Sean was telling me about it? Jesus running on the water, or it was somebody running on the water, and they said it was a CIA leak in the video. Of the man running on water. Like, now AI is getting to a point where you really can't tell. I mean, you got to really pay attention to what is real and fake in these videos that they're putting out there now. And so there was this video with this man standing there and the lady, and she was about to cut the cake, and he hit the cake. And I was like, is that real or is that fake? Because my mind already started going, is it real or is it fake? And then I'm looking at the way the lady is holding the knife, and I was like, that don't even look real. The way she's holding the knife don't look real. So it's got to be AI. But right now we are in a state where we don't know what's real and fake. Oh, I got bars. We don't know what's real and fake. So we are really, it's a fine line, and I think it's a perfect timing for all of these deep fakes and all of the to make these fake videos, so that you can put anything on anybody. You can say somebody did something that they didn't, because now it's so realistic, and you can get somebody to a T that you don't even know if it's real or fake. And so how would you be able to prove that it ain't you if they have a fake video of you doing a crime? Right? Because this is that blurred line right here. This is where it gets real complicated. Like, okay, like me, I love AI, right? I love it. I think is the best thing since sliced bread, if you ask me. No, I absolutely love it. But again, anything that has a good also has a way to be bad, right? And even if it does some good, it always has an intention of something bad or something evil, right? Because yeah, I want to give you some checks, but this is the reason why I want to give you some checks. This is why I want to do something. So it seemed like it's going to be a good thing for you, but then in the end, it's not so good for you. And this is how everything is, right? Because you got to have light and dark. It's duality, right? Come on, Martini. You got to have duality, right? And just because they said, oh yeah, it's for good, then it's not for good. You're using everybody who's using it to smarten up the tool so that you could use it for what you initially intended on it doing. Y'all hear what I'm saying? We're smartening the tool, and I'm a hey, I'm guilty, because I I love it, right? We're smartening up the technology so that they can do what it is that they wanted to do. What initially was supposed to happen with this technology. Yes, they're going to say, oh, yeah, it's for the people. Oh, it's going to help you work more efficient. It's going to help you do this. It's going to help you do that. Yeah, that all those things can be true, but two things can be true at the same time. It can be good, used for good, and it can be used for evil. So can anything. So can, if you look at anything, the Bible could be used for good or it could be good, used for evil. Anything. You could pray all day, but it could be good or evil. You could be, depends on who you praying to. Yes? Let me know if y'all feel me in the chat. Because sometimes I be going on my little tangents and I be just going too far. Just let me know if we good in the chat. Let me know if we're good in the chat. Kay says, I honestly feel some people in the bike are mad that black and brown influencers are and we're making money on them, making money, more money than them. Yep, I said it with my chest out. Come on with your chest out. Come on with your chest out. Scary. Yep. Yep. Let me know. Am I going too far? Am I going too far? Let me know. And again, I am going to, this video not available for replay. Not available for replay. You ain't got to suppress my video. I'll suppress my own. Thank you. I'll suppress my own. Thank you. Also depends on how you pray. Come on, Michelle. Tell the people. Tell the people. There are some people that are praying and they have bad intentions. There are people that are praying on you. And let's do the pray with the PRE. Why? The PREY. Let's do that one. There are people that are praying on you. They wishing for your downfall. Like, you can visualize success or you can visualize somebody's demise. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the same thing. The thing that's intended, supposed to be for good, can also be for bad. And I think that's what's going on with AI. That's what I think was going on with social media. That's what I think was going on with anything, because how else are they going to control and manipulate you? They're going to see where they can, and that's where they're going to hit you. That's where they're going to hit you. Nope, you good. Okay, good. Why you think they sit there and incite outrage when they like, oh, the storm is coming, make sure you prepared and da. Now that may be true. But everybody done went to the stores and bought everything off the shelves. And I was looking at something, I don't remember what it was. I'm always looking at something, right? I was looking at something and they said everybody went out in the streets to go buy a whole bunch of food that they didn't have money to buy, or, spending money that they didn't need to spend so that they can go on ahead and get ahead of the storm or whatever. Now, it could be that it could have been just preparation, right? And you just could have been preparing for the storm because you're going to have, you may not be able to get to the store, stuff like that. And then if you are like a prepper, you're probably like, this is the time, gotta activate, you know what I'm saying? Gotta activate the emergency systems, you know what I mean? And so your mind automatically goes somewhere, but they know that. And you know how they know? Because they watching you. That's how they know. When you get into survival mode, activation mode, I'm the doomsday prepper mode. When you get into that, they watching you. That's how they know. Let me see. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. Listen, come on, Sheila, you better do it. Some folks use the Bible to enslave, period. And they keep the people enslaved in their mind. So yes, you are correct. So listen, it depends on how people are using things. Isaiah 5:13 says it differently. My people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge. And what do they say, y'all? My chair. One sec. What do they say, y'all? They say if you want somebody to find some information, or you don't want somebody to find some information, guess where you hide it? In a book. Ain't that crazy? And how many people you know today say they don't like to read? How many people you know say they don't like to read? And I'm gonna put my hand up and say I'm gonna be one of them, because I'm not physically reading, but I will listen to a book. I will, do my research and stuff like that. I'm reading that way, but reading books and just the way that we used to when we were younger, nobody want to read no more. Let me know if y'all realize that. And it's not because, the times are changing, you can just listen to a book. No, people don't want to read anymore. I find myself being lazy sometimes when I'm reading and I'm skimming over everything. I'm skimming over everything and I'm like, did I read this? Did I get that information? It's not here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see it. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? How many of y'all in here within the sound of my voice talk about, I don't like to read. I don't like to do math. And I'm both those people. Okay. I don't like to do math and I don't like to read. How many of y'all hear that all the time? Anytime you tell somebody to do something or read something, I don't like to read. I don't like to read. We got to get out of that, right? Because not only is reading fundamental, not only is reading fundamental, but if they're going to hide the secrets in the book, then we need to be opening every book. Okay, let me see. I have I have a jet plane that flies over my neighborhood every day, very low, shaking my house at the same time. Why? Monitoring. Chantel said, I love to read. Yes. Guilty of being a skimmer too. Yes. I listen. I was like, information I need. Like I'm not a speed reader, but I'm skimming to see where the information is that I need so I can get that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm missing out on other information that is supporting it or around it. I'm more of a visual learner. Reading puts me to sleep. That's what people say. That's what people say. But if they say, if you don't want somebody to find something, put it in a book, because ain't nobody going to read it. They could be outlining the whole plan of what they want to do. And they put it in the book. And they put it in the book for everybody to purchase. Matter of fact, the book is free for everybody to get. And nobody reads it. But if you read it, you would know. You would know how to prepare. You would know what they had in mind. You would know the plans and da-da-da-da-da. But y'all feel me? I'm more of a visual learner. Reading puts me to sleep. My daughter, Crystal, has probably read thousands of books. Reading put me to sleep as well. Like, my eyes start burning out of nowhere and I'd like, I got to take a nap. I don't even take, like, I could be tired. I'm always tired at about like 12, 1 o'clock. And I'll be like, I can't keep my eyes open. I can't do something. And I never take the nap. Right? Same thing with me. I think we got to train our minds to think differently. I do. I think we got to train our minds to think differently. Okay, so let me wrap this up with a pretty little bow. AI generated, did we do that? Yes, to prevent deep fakes. We talked about that. Why people are talking. Users are alarmed because TikTok's new privacy expands what data it collects, ties those changes to new US ownership, and makes previously vague practices explicit in policy language. Whether this is genuinely worse tech or just clearer words, it raised real concerns about surveillance, personal data use, and platform control. How many movies do we watch about surveillance? And they tell us because who's Hollywood run by? Again, this thing is going to be hidden. Who is it run by? Who approves these movies? These movies don't just happen. These movies don't, it seems like that to us, but that's not how it works. Because when they want to shut something down because the message ain't right, guess what they do? Shut it down. Okay? And they can't do that. They can't control and manipulate your free speech on a social media platform. Just something to make you say, just something to make you think, just something to make you start being aware of what's going on around you, right? Just being aware. Enemy of the state. Yep. Y'all better tell it how many movies we seen about this surveillance. How many movies we see about where they're watching you from. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't know where this video is going. I don't know. In on earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what my intentions are with me here talking to you all, right? And it may seem that I'm only speaking to you all in this room. But where else is this video going? Because it is live on YouTube. So where else is it going? And what else are they looking at in my background? You see what I'm saying? What are they looking at in your phone when your phone is not even on? Is your camera still on when your phone is not on? Can you see through my camera when the camera's not on? Can you hear what I'm saying when I don't have my phone on? When I go to bed, I turn my phone off. Jason Bourne movies. Listen, y'all need to go back and see these movies. Look at these movies, because what you're seeing is not far-fetched. It is not far-fetched. Not people. They say if you want to hide something from black people, put it in the book. Well, I thought it was people, but I get it. I get it. I've watched it several times, and each time I noticed something different I didn't see before. And that's because we are in different spaces, right? We are open to different things, right? Because now it's like, oh, I didn't think about that before. And now when you watch it again, you're like, oh, it makes sense because this just happened and this just happened. Oh, this makes sense now. Watch something a few times and you gonna get it. You are gonna get it. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Let me know. Was today good, y'all? I know, y'all, I went down a I didn't go down too much of a rabbit hole. I was just giving some information. This is information about the changes and things that are going on in TikTok. And it is because we are social media creators. And so we're on social media. So we need to be aware of what's going on, right? We need to be aware of what changes are taking place. We need to have the information. So this goes within our guidelines of what we talk about at Coffee with Nikki, right? Yes, it does. I need to make sure that y'all stay informed, right? Let me see. Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf. Yes. Listen. Let me see. Okay, so expands data it collects, ties those changes to the new U.S. ownership, and makes previously vague practices explicit in policy language. Whether it this okay, I read that. Okay. So that's the information that I got for y'all today about TikTok. So y'all make an educated decision. What do you want to do? You want to stay on it? You want to go? Whatever that thing is. But if you do decide that you want to get off the platform, I don't know how true this is, but like the guy said, he said turn your phone on airplane mode, then delete the app. So if that's what you want to do that. Also, make sure that you are driving your people from the platform. If you're trying to get off of TikTok and you want to say, if you don't have enough people on TikTok to matter, don't worry about it. You ain't making no sales on TikTok, then don't worry about it. But if you have a platform and you have followers on there, start getting your followers off the platform and put them on your email list. Okay? Get them off your platform and put them on your email list. That is the information that I have for y'all today. Yep. That's what I wanted to talk about today. And again, I let the spirit lead me to where the topic was going to be, because the topic was going to be, the comparison of the Beyonce and Rihanna thing, since we spoke about Rihanna and Beyonce yesterday. But the TikTok thing came to me while I was getting myself together, and I said, oh, let me just run that by y'all real fast. And we ended up speaking about it for the whole entire time. So like I said, I go where the energy is, where I feel like I'm resonating at the moment. And so I hope that this was helpful to somebody that was listening. And I hope it helps you to make educated decisions about what you want to do with your future, your brand, your business. Yeah. So make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms. My name is Bubble Babes, Babez University, everywhere. So make sure y'all following me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're catching the replay, put replay gang down below. And if you are If not, if you are, click the bell so you can be notified of the next time we go live. We go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. So let me see what you say. So any last words? Anybody want to share anything before we wrap up today? Let me know. Today was educational for me. Hey, I was wondering if I should go on TikTok. Not now. Listen, if you are going on TikTok, you have to be very like intentional. I'm assuming right now, because it's not as what we thought was free, and like Chat GPT said, I don't know if it's just because now they making the policy more clear, and so it seems a little harsh, but maybe it's always been there, and they put it in terms that we understand, that now we find a problem with it. That could also be, but you have the information to do with it what you want, so that you can make better decisions. So that's what I got for y'all today. Does anybody have anything that they want to add, their little 2 cents they want to add? And let's make $1 and some change. Anybody want to add anything to this? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Was this good? Did y'all enjoy it? One's in the chat if y'all enjoyed it. 2 if it was and let me tell y'all, I can't get better if y'all don't tell me the truth. If y'all lying to me, then how am I gonna get better? Y'all gonna have me out here in these streets thinking I'm doing real good, and I'm sucking out here in the streets. So I need y'all to tell me, was this a 1 or is this was a 2? Again, I'm not sensitive, so you could tell me, Nikki, I'd rather have listened to other things. That's okay. That's okay. Let me know how this was for you in the chat. And tomorrow, hopefully, we'll see, because if I have some more information, I'll be back with this TikTok thing. But if not, we'll be talking about the comparative case study from Beyonce and Rihanna, where Beyonce fell short and where Rihanna thrived. And I know some of y'all really love y'all some Beyonce, but when it comes to ventures like this outside of the music, there's certain things that you pay attention to, right? You pay attention to. And so it's been paid attention to, and I got it in my pretty little hands. I got it in my pretty little hands. All right. So I am going to take this show on the road, and I am going to what am I going to do today? I got a lot of things to do today. So let me get my behind out of here so I could get all of the things done. Y'all have an amazing day on purpose, as Kay would say. And be vigilant. Keep your eyes open out here in these streets. Talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. Would love to know about the case studies. I got them in my pretty little hands. I got facts and stats. Facts and stacks. I was not playing about that. So I will be back tomorrow with that.